Another Thanksgiving, another pumpkin recipe. We're making pumpkin pound cake today, and there's no spice involved. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we're making a pumpkin pound cake, and it's nice and mild. For those of you who have friends that don't really like pumpkin, this is a great thing to start them off with, because the only flavoring in here is pumpkin and a little bit of almond extract. There's no allspice, there's no pumpkin pie spice, none of those traditional things, no nutmeg, no cloves. So for better or worse, this is a great one to start with. So grab your pen and paper. Here come those ingredients. You will need 2/3 cup butter softened. Just set that out at room temperature for 30 minutes. 1 cup sugar. 3/4 cup of Libby's solid pack pumpkin, or any pumpkin, canned. 1/2 teaspoon almond extract. 4 eggs. 2 cups sifted cake flour. Now, if you're on the whole grains journey with me, kind of like Mary's Nest talks about, then you'll be grinding your soft white wheat today for your cake flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, which is really just a pinch. Be sure to look in the description below, and I have a list of all the ingredients that you will need. It's not the directions, just the ingredients. That's what I'm here for, to give you the directions. I usually like my pound cake plain, or cube it up and put it in with a little bit of fruit or maybe some ice cream. But here's another twist: a raspberry sauce. So if you would like to do that, you'll need 2 cups of fresh raspberries, 1/4 of a cup of white sugar, about a tablespoon of water, and roughly 2 teaspoons of lemon juice to taste. And we'll go over that later. Alright, I have my sugar in a good size mixing bowl. Have my soft butter. I'll set that there. And you just cream that together. Start off kind of slow so it doesn't blow out on you. And then just take 2 or 3 minutes and let it get nice and fluffy. Next you will need your vanilla extract. That's 1/2 teaspoon. And be careful, because almond extract. 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, and be careful with it because almond extract is quite stout. So we'll kind of stir that in. Then our pumpkin. Along the way, be sure to scrape the sides and bottom of your bowl so that everything is getting incorporated together. If you see those white streaks down there, then you didn't quite get the bottom. Next, we add our eggs, 1 at a time, and mix them in well. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And let's scrape the sides again. And the bottom. And then we will add our dry ingredients. Then you'll need a bread pan and butter it or spray it with cooking spray and put your batter right in. Very simple. Then you can just spread it out evenly. And beat that down a couple of times to get the air out of it. You can also give what's left in the bowl a quick taste. Good. Boom. Tried to say very good. No sound came out. Put this into your preheated 350-degree oven for about 1 hour. Check it at 50. And then add about 5 minutes at a time until a toothpick or a knife inserted comes out clean or it starts pulling away from the edges. While your cake is baking, you need to be making your raspberry sauce if you're going to make that. Now, you'll need 2 cups of fresh raspberries. And they come in those little bitty boxes like strawberries that are clear. Now, a strange thing happened on the way to the show tonight. My wife bought raspberries 2 days ago. They're completely fresh. One package opened up, they're completely fresh. Second package, completely molded. I don't know what happened. So, we hadn't talked about life happens, it'll happen to you very much lately, but it will, and it does. So, I need to halve my recipe, which I already put my sugar in there, and I'll turn on my burner there, and instead of 2 teaspoons of vanilla, I'll just, vanilla, I'm stuck on vanilla tonight. Instead of 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, I'll just do 1. So, if everything turned out for you, you'll follow it the regular way. 2 cups of raspberries, 1/4 cup of sugar in the pan, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now, this is something that you cannot walk away from because you don't want to boil your raspberries, so to speak. So you just kind of put it on medium low, and you put about a tablespoon of water in there. I did, and you can just kind of stir, and you see how that's going. And just let that go for about 5 to 7 minutes, and along the way, and stirring it, your raspberries will break down. It'll look like a bunch of seeds. Don't worry, that's normal. And in a way, this is somewhat like making jam or jelly. You cook your fruit, add in some sugar, and depending on the fruit, it may have enough natural pectin to thicken up on its own without any sure gel that you add to make some jellies with. Now that's starting to boil. I'm turning it down. And just stay right with it. You don't have to stir it constantly, but you don't want to walk away. We'll come back. Alright, this is about 5.5 minutes. You can see that the raspberries have broken down, and it just looks like a, well, a seedy sauce. But we're going to fix that. So, set that over there. And down there. Then you get a strainer that you keep lined up on your wall. And you switch over to a handy spatula. And you just put it right through there. And I'll try to let you see a little bit as I spread it around the edges. See? Anyway, you just take a few minutes and you can help it along like I am, or you can let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes and then come back and put it in something that's easy to pour, like a glass measuring cup. And you want to pour it in there and then set it in your refrigerator and let it cool off for about an hour. So that's good that you're cooking this while your cake is in the oven. So just continue to strain it all out, and then when you've gotten all that you can get, then discard your seeds. And we'll be back when the cake is done. Here is my pumpkin pound cake fresh out of the oven. It only took about 42, maybe 45 minutes. I was baking with the soft white wheat, which is whole grain pastry flour, and that tends to cook a little more quickly for some reason. Also, I have my raspberry sauce here, the final product, and it is a nice consistency. The pectin thickened up after the cooking. So you're halfway to making raspberry jam right there. You didn't even know it. I'm going to cut this and let you see how pretty this is. And then I'm going to take a little taste here. It's so tender. And I just love baking with the whole grains. You not only get the freshest flour possible, but you get all the vitamins, minerals, the wheat germ, and all that to make you healthy. So, I think you'll really enjoy this pound cake. And even though it is a pumpkin pound cake, it's a very, very mild flavor. And if your taste buds are a little burnt out from other seasonal dishes, this might be the perfect thing to let your tongue rest a little. Or to introduce people that aren't so pumpkin friendly to a lovely pumpkin cake. If you like this recipe for Libby's pumpkin pound cake, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experience with this recipe or cooking with whole grains, and what else you'd like to learn in the kitchen. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Enjoy and be well. Another Thanksgiving, another pumpkin recipe. We're making... what are we making? I usually like my pound... Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Click, click, click.